Well, we're taking the elderly to the airport. There's Gail, and there's Fred. I forgot my my little tripod thing. See the mark on it? I thought we were taking the truck, so I took it out of this vehicle and put it in the truck, only to leave it at the barn. So we went with all the BB today. All the newest horses were there today. We went with all. Danny was there. First day back in almost 2 years for Danny O'Brien. He was back at the barn today, going with babies right away, as he always used to. Guys like Danny are invaluable, because it's just one thing to go with the babies, but it has to be done right. You know, a bad experience on day one, like anybody, bad experience first day at work, first day of school, it's never a good step forward, and we want to make sure that they have the best experience they can on day one. Low stress, not get them too wound up, and if they want to act out, sometimes you got to let them. Today I had the Donato colt, the Presidente colt. The Donato fella kicked the jog cart and broke the shaft. Well, it wasn't his fault though. He kicked the left side, and listen, from time to time you will have the odd horse kick, and he didn't haul off and smash it. I've had a couple of them do that, like give it a real good kick. He just gave it a glancing blow on the right shaft, and there must have been, that was a jog cart that had been down once this year, and it cracked on the other shaft. So it wasn't really his fault. He was pretty fresh today, though. A lot of them were. Who did we start with? Sister Solange was great. Landing Pad was a little sharp also today. Tactical Tactor was very good today also. I get videos of all of them. We're going to put them all up for you this afternoon. They'll go on Facebook. They'll be sent out to you. But it was a good day. We woke up today and it snowed all day yesterday, and I knew the track was going to be muddy. Here's the problem, is sometimes when the mud starts kicking up and hitting them under the belly, that's when they really start to kick. So I was a little on the fence. I didn't want to give them another day off, but I didn't want them wrecking everything either. And everybody, for the most part, was very, very good. James made an appearance at the barn today. He's threatening to come back. He's threatening to come back to the fold. He'll be back probably in a week or two. I don't really want him going with the babies until we're done with the Valley Victory anyway. At that point, we can bust him up, but not until then. So yeah, it was good to have Danny back. Good to have James in the barn. It was good to go with all the babies today. So that's all of them. Every horse in our midst is broke and now going. You know, the one horse was really tough to put the harness. When you, as you can imagine, these horses have never had the harness on. So when you put the harness on them in the stall, some of them can really, really act up and can get a little dirty sometimes. You got to be careful. One that I thought had a little bit of a, looked like he had an axe to grind today, was Austral Hanover. I didn't really know what to think. You know, it's an international money. I really liked the colt at the sale. I liked everything about him, but he was more of a tweener, right? He fit in where we needed him to. We needed to find a very well-bred, good-looking horse that fit around 18 to 25,000. At that point, we're heading into day two. We filled a bunch of our carts up on day one. Everybody was happy, but our work wasn't done. We needed to make sure we had horses that filled the cart. So we did have strict budgets on the horses we were going to buy there and shortly thereafter, and Austral Hanover fit in perfect at 19,000. I had him marked, I think, around 26, 28, so 19 was pretty easy. Upon reflection after the sale, I said, his pedigree's okay, his video's okay. Let's see how he looks. Went in today, and you could tell he had a little bit of dirt in him, and he wasn't going to be played with today. We got the harness on him, had to let him chill out for about half an hour, and then he was the last one to go out the door, and everybody was standing around. I said, I'll go with that one. Nobody touch him until I get back. So I went with Tactical Tactor. He was good. And then I went with Austral Hanover, and I really thought there was going to be fireworks. I put the oldest jog cart on him. You know, I put the one that if it came back and tattered or in pieces, it really wouldn't be the end of the world. And he got out in the track, never did a thing wrong. Did everything right. By the end of it, he had his ears up. He was trotting great. I was really impressed with that horse today, and that was a horse that had low expectations going in. How's he look? Show me what you can do. It's on day one. We're not asking him to do anything other than not destroy things. But he did his work perfect. I was really, really impressed with him today. So I'm going to give him top marks. I guess there has to be that surprise factor, too, because I really didn't think I would be wowed by Austral Hanover today. He looked fantastic on the track. Crantini looked good on the track. Obviously, Tactical Tactor looked good. I didn't go with anybody I didn't like. I'm actually interested in seeing the videos too, because two of them I didn't see go. Danny went with the Trixton Colt, and the one horse that was pretty fiery on the track for Danny was Landing Pad. And the first thing, Danny, he came back and he said, "Where did you get this one?" He said, "Jesus, a nice horse." I said, "Yeah." That was the horse. Landing Pad was number 73 in the sale. That was the horse I thought would bring 80, both him and number 86 around in that area. And instead we got him for 42. So a horse that I thought carried a ton of value coming into our barn was Landing Pad, and then to watch him on the track today, and then to hear Danny asking about him, I was really impressed. You know, they are what they are on day one, right? I wasn't impressed with Una Madonna, Horn Player. None of those horses super impressed me on day one. They did what they were supposed to do, and I was happy. A couple of very impressing horses. And that doesn't mean anything come next July. I'm sure they get tons of time to polish up. Hopefully they all look great. But the ones that really impressed me on day one, like Carter Michael Dio, was a horse that's really impressed me on day one. But Austral Hanover was a very happy surprise today. So we'll have all those videos up for you guys. We'll be sending them all out tonight. You can look at them on Facebook as I start posting them also. But for now, all of them, every horse that we bought this year is now broke in harness and jogging by itself. Very happy with that. So, say goodbye. Say goodbye, Fred.
Goodbye.
Fred's out. What about what?
Gas.
Yeah, I've got to get gas right up here, Fred. I missed one gas station. The great thing about here in civilization is they have multiple gas stations, right?
All right.
So we'll get her all taken care of. Anyway, we're off to the airport. I hope they had a great time. I know they had a great time. I had a great time at the sale. It's going to be a great fall, a great winter, and hopefully a fantastic 2022.